First of all, what is Cloud for Customer? Cloud for Customer is the SAP Cloud solution for marketing, sales, and customer service. It was renamed from SAP Solutions On-Demand to SAP Customer On-Demand, and finally in SAP Cloud for Customer. And why I told you from a developer point of view? Because for a functional point of view, you can refer to Daniela Conzoni's presentation. Instead, today, we will see what tool we have, what are the limits, and how to develop directly in the cloud. Now the question is how to develop in the SAP Cloud for Customer world. The SAP provides a tool called SAP Cloud Applications Studio, before SAP Solutions On-Demand, that enable developers to adapt and enhance the solution. And this tool, that is an integrated development environment, is based on Microsoft Visual Studio. SAP Cloud Solutions are based on the classical three-tier architecture. So we have the user interface, in this case based on the Microsoft Silverlight engine, that we hope will be replaced in future with HTML5. And the second layer is the business logic. And finally we have the persistence layer on the cloud. All the business logic is implemented in business objects, and a business object is a central anchor for all the development artifacts, like user interface, analytics, web services, scripting logic, and so on. Now the question is how to develop a business object. A business object is defined by a special language called Business Object Definition Language. And then, when you define your business object, you can generate in an automatic manner all other artifacts. And also you can implement the business logic using another script language called ABAP scripting language. Also you can enhance standard business objects using business object extension. For example, you can add some fields to the standard business object, and then you can enhance also standard by adding these new fields to the screen. Pay attention, because the business object is not an instance, but is a blueprint for an instances, like a class definition. And now we will see the structure of a business object. The business object is made by attributes that are named elements and that are grouped in nodes. Also, a business object can contain associations that are like pointers to other nodes. Also may belong to other business objects. And the business object contains also services. In addition to the classical create, read, update, and delete operations, we have events, the classical module pool in ABAP events, and actions that are custom actions that can be reset, for example, by pressing a button or by business logic. Okay, let's start with two examples. This is the first one. We want to create a custom tab. Starting from a standard page of the product, we want to add our tab in the red circle. The new tab enables users to create business processes and to assign them to an employee. An employee is a standard object in this product. An employee can have only one business process, and the business process is assigned to exactly one employee. Okay, first of all, we have to create our solution that is similar to a project, and we add our central anchor called business object, as I said before. And using the business object definition language, we define the primary key of the business object, in this case the employee, and we define an association useful to retrieve information of the selected employee. it will be filled then by the business logic that we will implement. And a node with the multiplicity greater than 1 of activities that define the activities of the business process. So now we create a script file for the business logic in order to implement the event after modify. So when we select the employee, the association with the employee information are filled. And the extension of the file is ABSL accordingly with the language used, ABAP scripting language. Okay, now from a model point of view, we are finished, and the generation of the view is completely automatic. We can generate screen with just one click. And then double clicking on one of this screen, the user interface designer tool is open. And we can make some modification, for example, bind the information to the corresponding column, or we can add a value help for the employee in order to help the user to select one. Also, we can add some information, first name and last name of the selected employee from our association that we filled before in the event after modify. Okay, now we have the first access. We can see the custom tab in order to search for created business processes. Also, we can create a new one by clicking on the new button. This is the generated screen useful to operate with the model. We can select an employee using the value help. The first name and last name are automatically filled. We can add a number of activities. And finally, we can save our business process. Now we see another example. In order to enhance a standard employee screen, because we want to add to this screen in basic information panel the assigned business process description. In order to do this, we have to create a business object extension because we have to extend a standard business object. We select the employee standard business object, and then we add our new field, business process description. Then we have to enhance the screen in order to add our field in the panel, basic information, as shown in the image. And finally, we have to add some code lines to the event that we implemented before, because we have to update the new employee field with the description of the created business object. Okay, let's test our solution. We create a new business process, as shown before. Select one, we enter some information, and then we save it. And finally, we can open the standard employee screen, and we can see successfully that our new field is added with the description of the assigned business process. The tool, the cloud, the SAP Cloud Applications Studio permits also other features. For example, it is possible to expose business data using a web service, or to consume an external web service in order to fill business object data. You can also define business options that are similar to the implementation guide in the SAP Business Suite. You can create or use existing reuse libraries, and you can do XML-based translations. And finally, there are also other two products compatible with the SAP Cloud Applications Studio, in addition to the SAP Cloud for Customers, that are SAP Business by Design and SAP Cloud for Travel. And that's all. If you have any questions.